Rebel Songs Podcast, episode 107. It is a beautiful Saturday morning, just before noon. I have a couple Coronas in me, and the music just sounds fucking awesome, and I love this whole fucking playlist right here that I've got for you. That a song called War by Full Scale Riot. That demo came out last February, but it was my first time hearing it, so I played it. And it's called Depopulation. These dudes are a New York City hardcore collective. Word is that they're working on some new stuff. I can't wait to hear it. Of course, links and shit on rebelsongspodcast.com. Hopefully you didn't notice that the site was down for a few days. I was trying to build a little shopping cart or whatever, and I'm totally new to all this kind of stuff and doing it all on my own. So I royally fucked the page up and somehow deleted it. Thank fucking God Bluehost tech support got my shit back for me. All of it. I was like in a fucking total frenzy, and when it happened I was like fuck this. I'm like, I should just fuck this website and not fucking do this shit anymore. But it took me a second to decide that I'm not gonna give up just because I fucking deleted the whole site. And then I started thinking, what if I did delete this whole site and they couldn't get it back? I would probably just make a whole new, better site. It would take me a couple days, but it would probably look better than the last one. But that's not gonna happen, so we got the old site back. I'm gonna make some changes as soon as I learn how to do this shit. I'm still working on getting those buttons up. I could sell them through eBay or Etsy, but I don't want to give a percentage of the money away. Like, I believe that's what you have to do, sell, or give them a percentage of your sales, because it's such a low-cost item. You know what I mean? And I really do kind of want to learn how to do all this shit. I think it will serve me in the long run to kind of grind through and learn it all right now. And from now on, I decided if you email me with a question regarding anything at all, I'm going to say 80% of the time, I will address it right here on the podcast. So stay tuned for a quick Q&A after maybe in a couple sets. I want to play some more of that Full Scale Riot. For real, get this fucking demo. fullscaleriot.bandcamp.com. guys haven't noticed that sometimes this microphone goes on the fritz, it will have static in the background sometimes, and I can't get rid of it. Today, it's acting quite nice. I've had this microphone since my early days of podcasting, which was like 2005, 2006 maybe. So this fucking microphone is 10 years old. And what I said about these buttons before still stands. Anything that I sell, like the buttons, any profit, which I have not ever made, really, but anything that I make in the future is going to go towards new microphones. That's going to be 2, because I plan on having more people on the podcast and maybe do some interviews with bands and stuff, because I have been getting emails asking me to do that. That might just be a whole different show. I don't know, but like I said before, Rebel Songs is my main focus right now. You know, besides my full-time job, I spend more time doing this than anything else. Let's see. I should probably just tell you what you heard in that last set. A great song by Full Scale Riot called Sheeple. 2 songs from Ryle 9 Collective, Common Enemy, Choice to Stand Alone, and No Man's Land with United Oi. That Ryle 9 Collective, they are an LA-based Oi band. You can grab their stuff from Chapter 11 Records. This includes vinyl, for those of you that enjoy that. I'll talk more about vinyl coming up soon. And that No Man's Land, Oi from Indonesia, I believe I've played them before. That album is called No Way Back. You can grab that on vinyl at agrobeat.com. They've been kicking around, that band's been kicking around since like 1994. So I'm sure they have quite a few things you can purchase if you do like them. Okay, there's this band called Raygun Cowboy. Some of you that follow me on Facebook might have seen that I shared their new tour dates. I just got their new album called Heads Are Gonna Roll. If you're hearing this podcast the day it comes out, it should be out very soon on Stomp Records. Give them some fucking pure Rebel Songs love. They're like a 50s influenced psychobilly, punk rock and roll, rockabilly, fucking, I don't even know. I can't explain it. They're kind of like old school country punk with horns. With fucking horns. It sounds fucking amazing. These guys are from Edmonton, Canada, I believe. And I listened to this whole album yesterday. I had to store away some of the tracks for like a Drinking Songs episode, of course. I'm going to blast 2 tracks right now and then leave one for the very end of the show. That one track gave me an end of the show kind of feel. If you haven't noticed, I pick my first and last songs very carefully, by the way.
There's a light up ahead, turns green and golden red. I was born for this.
Lost my shoes in a dirty avalanche. Lost my heart on that killing floor. No farewell way across that stormy sea. Was a love you won't hear from me. Yes, it's true, I'm gonna lose. Yes, it's true, I gotta choose. Spin that wheel of life around. Got nothing left to lose. Looking back on my short memory, foggy clouds are rolling in the bay. Broke my strings, broken everything it seems. Twist of fate, I lost you again. Yes, it's true, I gotta choose. Yes, it's true, I'm gonna lose. Spin that wheel of life around. Got nothing left to lose. Lost my mind, lost my fallen shoes again. Lost my heart on Jasper Avenue. Running down that dirty, lonely street again. Heart is pounding like a brand new Tommy gun. Yes, it's true, I gotta lose. Yes, it's true, I gotta choose. Spin that wheel of life around again, and I got nothing left to lose.
Last night in Chelsea, no one on the phone, wondering where it all went wrong. Did you wish that you were back home? Last night in Chelsea, sitting all alone, wondering where it all went wrong. Did you wish that you were back home? Suicide, maybe they lied, but your conscience still burns away inside. You paved the way so others survive.
policeman across the bar. What do you do? What do you do? These things to me. You can come back to my place if you like. What do you do? I haven't got a car, I've got a fast speed push bike. What do you do? The journey back to my place will be slow because it's all uphill. What do you do? When you were my bar, I'm at a breath of you, so you. What do you do? What do you do? These things to me. I'm just a normal boy, and you're just a normal girl, and I'll think of you, and you think of me, and you look great, and I look swell. We're back to my place, I keep the hands to myself. What do you do? Well, you can have the settee, I'll sit there on the bookshelf. What do you do? And then I make a cup of coffee in my favourite mug. What do you do? And then we can make babies and fight the fire on the rug. What do you do? What do you do? These things to me. I said I got a very interesting job. What do you do? Well, my name is Winston. It's not what do you do? Harry or Steve or John or maybe Harry or Ron. What do you do? And I don't care what you do. These things to me. What do you do? What do you do? These things to me. These things to me. These things to me. Go on then, just one more time. These things to me.
Those first 2 tracks, like I said, were Ray Gun Cowboys, Bitter Shame, and Nothing Left to Lose. Go and give them some love. I'm sure I'll share some of their shit on social media. All Out Attack with a song called Swindle, Winston and the Churchills, Why Do You, and Happy Campers, Model America. Okay, here's a little Q&A. Maybe we should do this all the fucking time. So if you have any questions for me, any at all, info@rebelsongspodcast.com or the contact form on the site. You can ask me any fucking question within reason. Be reasonable. You can, anything you've ever fucking wondered, I will fucking tell you. Or, I'm happy discussing really fucking anything. So, the question was, some bands that I've played, they're not even, like, listed. I don't know if that's, okay, let me just read this, how it was written. Some bands you played, not even listed, and he loves them, obviously. I want to pay money for their shit, but I can't find them. P.S. I love vinyl, and I'm guessing I'm not alone. Any chance if mentions or links to buy the vinyl of these releases that I talk about? Okay, that is a fucking awesome question, first of all. But I'm going to try to explain the answer the best that I can, why I don't have vinyl links and shit to everything I've ever played. So you should be able to find most of the things that I have played in the playlist section, except for maybe a few early episodes that I kind of want to forget about. If I do miss something, it's by mistake, and you can ask me just email me and be like, what was that you played? Sometimes I don't even know because it's too far back. But as far as links back to vinyl and shit where you can buy them, the reason I do the iTunes links is because iTunes generates those links for me, and it's very, very quick and efficient. And I know most people that are listening to this are on their phones while they listen, so they can quickly go and check out any bands and find anything interesting or buy the album right there, because you can listen to shit on iTunes before you buy it. If I linked back all to vinyl stuff and stores and all that, I would have to manually Google every single one and then make the link myself. It would just take too much time. Sometimes I will link back or mention where to grab the stuff. If I could do this for a living, like this podcast, and sit down 8 hours a day and work on the podcast, believe me, it would be a motherfucking monster of a website, and you would be able to find everything that I ever fucking mentioned. I'd probably have transcripts and everything. But I do this all myself, and it takes a lot of time. And the fucking website is probably my least favorite part. It's so tedious, and it's time consuming, and it's not fun. It's the least fun part of this podcast. One thing though, on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, I will do my best to find and link back to bands and labels on all my social media sites, so that you can check them out and get information that way on their releases and everything else. Right now, I'll rattle off a few really great places to get vinyl that you should just bookmark right now. Oytheboat.com. I think that's the website now, but Oi the Boat, everyone knows Oi the Boat. Rebellionshop.com. I play a lot of Rebellion Records shit, Strength Records stuff, everything I think you can get on rebellionshop.com. PiratePressRecords.com. Okay, this one is from Chapter 11 Records. Those guys put this out. It's a distro. corpitus.com. And this is just to name a few. I'm sure I'll come up with some other things, but go to those sites, bookmark them. If you're a vinyl nerd, you're gonna want to do that. And I hope that answers your question and kind of gives you a clear reason why I can't always link back to stuff. It's just a time-related issue at this point. Links back to vinyl and all that shit might happen in the future. Don't ever count that out. Anyways, these next 2 tracks are a motherfucking one-man band. This is Wit's Dead End from the album Not Concerned with What You Think, out on Never Surrender Records, and it came out last January. I would have never have guessed this was a one-man band. It's pretty fucking good.
Follow the lead.
for the answer. I'm clueless and lost. My weakness goes like as a cancer. I only laugh. The others think it's funny too. Wouldn't speak out of place. I wouldn't dare to speak. I've spoken to. But even then, as a chance I may fail. Got no wind. My words talk the words I get things fail. Just lead the way. Think it easy for me. Innovation's obsolete. Hey, follower, I will always be. Just follow me. I'll tell you where I go. And I'll tell you what to say. I'll follow you. I've got no mind of my own. Just tell me what to say. Just follow me. I'll tell you where I go. And I'll tell you what to say. I'll follow you. I've got no mind of my own. Just tell me what to say. You dream the dream of a rock and roll life, a mansion in the hills or a supermodel wife. What TMZ reports everything you do, everywhere you go, and every chick you screw. You wanna be desired and by everyone admired, drinking champagne and getting cocaine wine. When you sit on your ass, you wanna do it first class, and after coach peasants look back and laugh. So you want rock and roll superstar fame? You want the whole world to know your name? You wanna be an A-list celebrity? The legend in your own mind is all you'll ever be. You want a hit single on the radio, something slick and catchy everyone will know. You brag about your money and brag about your honey on the red carpet with a Playboy bunny. The bank accounts are more than 7 digits in each, and a tour of your crib from Robin Leach. You are number one, and you will prove as the paparazzi follows your every move. Oh yeah! So you want rock and roll superstar fame? You want the whole world to know your name? You wanna be an A-list celebrity? The legend Controlling attachment like your thought, twisted, hated, dropping out loud. Too sad to try, humiliated, hungover, alone, sedated. Why do I do this to myself? I'm fed up of looking at contorted faces. My lack of sleep, people that I didn't wanna meet. Twisted down from talking shit. You're always talking shit. She's gone now, thank God this is the end of it. Gone now, thank God this is the end of it. Gone now, thank God this is the end of it. Gone now, thank God this is the end of it. So many years spent doing this and I'm still waking up the same. Strong visits and I got some ego. It's the wrong again. There could be warrants for arrest and bailiffs knocking at my door. But when I hear that syndrome SG, I don't give a fuck no more. And I'm calling sick on Mondays. And I'm calling sick on Mondays. My cider gently weeps as we see out the sunrise. Friendships are unique, so cherish your own. My cider gently weeps as we see out the sunrise. Friendships are unique, so cherish yours. When I am on thrones of Bible, reminiscent days of sitting in a shit compared to never-ending parties. Early in the morning and all whites are in the brain. Fridays are a YouTube kitchen, go to bed. And I'm calling sick on Mondays. And I'm calling sick on Mondays. My cider gently weeps as we see out the sunrise. Friendships are unique, so cherish your own. My cider gently weeps as we see out the sunrise. Friendships are unique, so cherish yours. I can see the sunrise and 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 I can see the sunrise.
Those two tracks from Wit's Dead End were called The Follower and Legend. After that, you heard Bench Press with Pissed Away, Drug Control Because of You, and 2 songs from a band called Vanilla Pod, She's Dead Now, and GTB. Bench Press, that's a split 7-inch on a record label called Get This Right. An interesting thing about that band, they started out as a joke, and the goal was to write beatdown anthems for gym rats like myself. Now they have a couple of legit EPs and splits. I totally dig that fucking track. Let's see, Drug Control. What else can I say? This is on Straight and Alert Records out of France. They've always been a big supporter of the podcast. They also have a ton of vinyl and tapes. So there's another one for you. If you're into like hardcore, youth crew, straight edge stuff, Straight and Alert's where you go. And they have some pretty other badass merchandise. Lots of hardcore, straight edge, youth crew, whatever. You're gonna find it there. Drug Control, San Diego straight edge at its fucking finest. And last but not least, Vanilla Pod, just released a few days ago on Dry Heave and TNS Records. I played stuff from both of those labels not too long ago. This album is called Seeing Without Sunrise. Came out as a mini LP. They're on tour right now, I believe, in the UK, so keep an eye out for them. Alright, I'm out of here for now. If you have any questions you want to answer, or me to answer, sorry. I've had a couple of drinks. Answer on the show. Go ahead and shoot them over to me, info@rebelsongspodcast.com. Of course, the site has a contact form. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And, you know, the one thing about Facebook is, even if you follow me or you like my page or whatever, you won't see everything that I post. Facebook wants me to pay them to allow everyone that likes my page to see my posts. I say fuck that, and I say fuck you, Facebook.
I don't mind like tumbling dice. Time rolls by when you're standing alone on uneven ground, and the air grows cold and pillars fall to the ground, and the night closes in closer every day, and the air grows thin, can't keep the cold at bay, and things just don't seem right, and nothing's going your way. Hollow in your soul, and life has led you astray. It's time to turn the page. Get up out of the mud. Your world's in the front, your past in the trunk, so get back up. It's time to get back up and put that shit away. Your world is fucked, you're just feeling stuck, so let me hear you say that I'm alive today. I've been knocked down, but I will carry on.
will get to waste a few heads along the way.
You just soldier and keep your mouth shut.